So, you want to get the new prompter from Elgato? Well, I've got some news for you. I think by now we've all seen the videos singing praises of Elgato's latest product, and it sounds like they've hit it out of the ballpark again, but there's two problems. First off, yeah, its price is reasonable for a teleprompter with an included screen and software that flips your scripts, but if, like me, you're a hobbyist living in Canada, be prepared to be spending over $425 after tax. But hey, that's a problem for everything here in Canada. The bigger problem for a lot of you, I imagine, would be this one. Yeah, backordered until the end of the year. Now, this is an improvement. When I looked on day 2, it was estimating late January 2024 for shipping, but a wait is a wait, and I don't know about you, but I don't have the patience or money to spend. I do, however, have a small HDMI monitor for small electronic use, and I have access to a dollar store, something I think we all share in common. So I made my own. After all, how hard could it be? So attempt 1 didn't go anywhere near as well as I hoped, but hey, I learned how to make a foam board box with the glass slat inside. Version 1 taught me more than I could have hoped for. Updated measurements, accounting for the height of the screen itself, making the back panel 2 pieces rather than one with a hole cut out for the lens, which didn't originally fit, and that I kind of need a hole for the HDMI and power for the screen itself, otherwise, well, how's it supposed to work? And that's where version 2 came in, with a lightweight body made from premium $2 foam board, sporting a slick matte black interior, courtesy of a $1 craft paper, picturing a roughly 5x7 glass pane from a $3 frame, and all held together with man's greatest creation, duct tape. In an edgy black color, of course. This new box would actually work, once I realized that I would need to steal a 1/4-20 plate from another piece of gear, and boom. Wait, there's nothing in my hand this time. Yeah, that's because I've been using it all along. In total, it ran me maybe $60 Canadian with tax, if I'm remembering the price of the screen correctly, but using a phone or tablet would have also worked, so a dedicated screen wasn't necessary. And honestly, the only issue I have with it is that there's a bit of ghosting on the glass due to text being reflected on both the front and back of the pane. And of course, keep in mind I'm using a 30mm crop lens on a full frame. If I were using any lower focal length than a roughly 50mm equivalent, there would be vignetting like crazy. Now for the part I've been avoiding talking about, the part I didn't think through when I set out on this mission, the text itself. There were a handful of apps I found for Windows that would mirror the text, auto scroll, and so on, but half of them were last updated for Windows XP and the user experience was severely lacking, and the other half were, well, sketchy to say the least, and had very little information available about them. And so I refused to touch them. In the end, I chose a classic text solution, Microsoft Word. How did I make that work exactly? Not easily. I set the document color to a black to start and switched to the web view. It had the extra menus, the ruler, so on, and created a text box with an extra rotation of 180. Then I just set the text to be at 72 or larger and bold, and well, I'm scrolling with a wireless mouse. That's why my arm's been completely still and awkward this whole time. I'm getting used to it still. And let me tell you, this is not a good solution. I already had MS Word, so it cost me nothing to use it, and it was at least a reputable piece of software. Fair warning though, if you're trying to use Word like this, the longer the entry in the text box gets, the laggier the program becomes. You have been warned, it gets bad. Now all that being said, the end goal was to make a teleprompter, and it worked. I have a teleprompter in front of me. And I'm honestly proud of it. So I'll be using it going forward and hopefully getting a little more used to it and not having limp arm next to me. Maybe find a better solution for the scrolling, but other than that, it's good to go.